Welcome to episode 17 of the Hospitality Reinvented podcast. I am your host, Doug Radkey, an industry-leading bar, restaurant, and hotel coach and consultant that's looking to change the way that this industry views strategy and overall strategic clarity. Since episode 10, we've been talking about the different playbooks that you need to start or scale or even reinvent your hospitality business, and we're going to continue on with that with this episode. There's just this episode and one more on developing an executive summary and an investor deck before we wrap up this mini series on Hospitality Reinvented. Now, before we start getting into business plan details, I want to set the record straight. A business plan is not the first plan that you should write if you are starting a business. In fact, it should be the last plan that you write. This is one of the biggest misconceptions in business and in hospitality. People think, I need to write a business plan to secure funding, and that's often because a bank or an investor might say, go write a business plan. That mindset is fundamentally broken. A business plan isn't just a document that's for investment. It's a living, breathing playbook that should drive every aspect of your operations. It should never become this dusty file sitting on a shelf, never to be looked at ever again. If that's how you are treating it, you are already in trouble. I've made it my own mission to change that narrative around business plans. They aren't just a formality. They are the final integration of everything that we've built on since episode 10 on the different playbooks that you need. Business plans should be where your vision meets execution, where your strategy meets structure, and where your ideas become reality. It should be a playbook that is flexible and adaptable to the real world changes that will happen as you begin to execute. So let's break this playbook down, the real power behind a business plan playbook and why, when done right, it will guide your success every single day. Now, by the time you get to your business plan, you've already done a lot of the work. You've built out your feasibility study, your concept playbook, your brand playbook, your marketing strategy, your financial playbook, your tech stack, and also a prototype. That's 7 playbooks before you even get to your business plan. Now, if you've been following along throughout this entire series, you will know that each of these playbooks serve a critical purpose. They ensure that you are not just guessing. They ensure you are executing with precision. Your business plan, it's the glue that pulls everything here together. It aligns your strategy across the concept and brand and marketing and your operations. And without that alignment, your business, it falls apart before you even go to open your doors. Your business plan is that final blueprint. It doesn't just show, what you are building. It proves that what you are building can stand the test of time. It is the reality check on your day-to-day operations. Too many operators, they get caught up in the big picture and then forget about the day-to-day execution. It's easy to dream about, packed tables and waiting lists and killer cocktails and maybe, a line out the door down the street. But how does that actually happen? If you are a restaurant, for example, your business plan should map out the daily flow, who's responsible for what, how shifts are structured, and how orders move through your kitchen, and how your teams, really interact with guests. It should outline your rhythm of operations because consistency is the key to a scalable and sustainable business. I've walked into plenty of restaurants that looked beautiful, had a great menu and a solid brand, but the execution was a disaster. Service was slow. Orders were mismanaged and staff, they look lost. That's not by accident. It's the result of an operator who failed to map out how their business runs on a daily basis. A chaotic, disorganized day-to-day operation doesn't just cost you money. It costs you your reputation, and it will cost you your business. I'll say it as simple as I can. If you don't have systems, you don't have a business. What you have is a high-stress hobby. Your business plan needs to document how you run your business. This means having a comprehensive, set of standard operating procedures or SOPs that ensure consistency across every service, across every shift, and every interaction. The best hospitality brands aren't successful by accident. They have documented systems that create predictable and repeatable excellence. Now, a great example of this, look at any high-performing, restaurant group that you know. They're not just winging it. I promise you that. They have checklists, they have manuals, and they have a structured way of doing business. That's why they can open multiple locations and still deliver that consistent experience. Without systems, you're just stuck putting out fires instead of building a legacy brand. Now, I recently wrote a couple of articles on how bars, restaurants, and hotels need Kaizen methodology and Six Sigma strategies as part of their plan. We use both of these approaches with all of our clients at KRG Hospitality because they offer comprehensive frameworks for helping you achieve operational excellence through continuous improvement and also operational efficiency. Kaizen, for example, with its focus on incremental changes and fostering a culture of constant innovation. And then there's Six Sigma with its emphasis on reducing, variables and enhancing quality. They provide invaluable tools for those looking to win in this industry. If you want to check them out, head over to krghospitality.com and search either Kaizen or Six Sigma. Now, what about your team? Your labor model isn't just a list of positions. It's another blueprint you need for efficiency and culture and profitability. A poorly structured team leads to burnout and turnover and operational inconsistency. Your business plan should define how your team is built, how they grow, and how they contribute to the brand's success. Because the businesses that win, they don't just hire bodies. They build teams and they build a high level of culture. They hire based on values and not just experience. And now, a famous quote from my first book, Bar Hacks, back in 2017, values beat experience when experience doesn't work hard. Think about that. Values beat experience when experience doesn't work hard. I'd rather hire someone with 1 to 2 years experience that aligns with my values than someone with 15 years of experience that might not align with my values. You need to know your core values within your concept and your brand playbook, and then hire based on those that align with your values. I've seen too many operators underhire to save money or overhire without a real plan in place. Both are fatal mistakes for your business. Your labor structure needs to be intentional and strategic and built for long-term success. And sticking just with your team here again, your business plan, it can help create an unstoppable team. Most operators, though, they treat training as this afterthought, and that is a huge mistake. Your business plan needs to lay out a structured training system, not just for onboarding, but for continuous development. The best hospitality brands, they don't just teach skills, they build mindsets. Your business plan should prove that your team is an asset, not just an expense. Investing in training isn't a cost. Investing in training is a growth strategy. So now that you have your operational plan and your systems and your team, what does the road to launch look like? This isn't just about being ready. It's about executing flawlessly when those doors open. Too many operators, again, they treat their opening line like a finish line. It's not. It's just the starting gate. If you haven't planned exactly how you'll introduce your brand to the market and build momentum and create demand beyond opening day, you are already behind. Your business plan, it should show exactly how you'll enter the market and make an impact from day one through to year 1, year 2, and year 3, right? Who is your support team? What suppliers and community partners do you need? How will you stabilize your operations? How will you prepare to scale your brand? Your business plan, it is so much more than a tool to obtain funding. We need to change the narrative here. A business plan is not just a standardized document that can be a template downloaded off of some random website. It should be a customized playbook that acts as your daily operational guide, your strategic roadmap, and your ultimate playbook for success. If you don't have a business plan playbook that integrates your vision, in your operations, in your financial strategy, you are flying blind. This type of required, critical thinking is where businesses either succeed or where they fail. So are you building a playbook for success, or are you just using a fill-in-the-blank document for the bank? That's the question that you need to ask. In the next episode of Hospitality Reinvented, we wrap up this mini-series with the curation of an executive summary and an investor deck. You will not want to miss out on that one. Until next time, stay bold, stay strategic, and let's keep reinventing hospitality together.